Hi, you are welcome to today's class, and I want us to solve this question together. This question on indices. We're going to say that 2 raised to power 1 minus y times 2 raised to power y minus 1 divided by 2 raised to power y plus 2 equals to 8 raised to power 2 minus 3y. Find y. We are asked to find y in this question. So to solve this question, I'm going to start with this numerator. I'm going to apply one of the law of indices to it. And the law says that a raised to power m times a raised to power n will be what? Provided they are the same base. It returns to a raised to power n plus n. Can you see it? So I'm going to apply this law of these indices to 2 raised to power 1 minus y, 2 raised to power 1 minus y times 2 raised to power y minus 1. Now, if you look at this, you can see that 2 raised to power 1 minus y and 2 raised to power y minus 1, they are both having the same base. So I can what? I can equate it and write 2 raised to power. Now, this 1 minus y will be our m. That will be 1 minus y, then plus, then into bracket, y minus 1. So this will give us what? 2 raised to power 1 minus y, plus times plus, that will be plus y, plus another will be minus 1. Then I can write this 2 raised to power, this 1 minus 1, cancel that. Minus y plus y, we can, so this will be 2 raised to power 0. Then, so I'll go back to the question and write this. So instead of writing 2 raised to power 1 minus y times 2 raised to power y minus 1, I've already worked it out. And when we work it out, we got 2 raised to power 0. 2 raised to power 0. So it will turn to 2 raised to power 0 over 2 raised to power y plus 2 equals to 8 raised to power 2 minus 3y. Now, permit me to introduce another law of indices, which says that a raised to power m divided by a raised to power n will give us a raised to power n minus n. Now, if you look at this, guess that the base for the numerator is 2. The base for the denominator is what? 2. So I can apply this rule by writing 2 raised to power 0, 0 is our m, minus, then I'll put this y plus 2 into brackets so that the y can what? Can interact with everything in the power level. So this return to 2 raised to power 0, y times plus that with minus y times plus that with 1 minus 2. So this should be 2 raised to power 0 minus 2, that will be minus 2 minus y. Now, we now go back to the question. We've been able to what? To analyze, to solve this part of the equation. And after solving this part of the equation, we now have 2 raised to power minus 2 minus y equals to 8 raised to power 2 minus 3y. Now, this 8, it is possible to express it in index form. 8 can also be expressed as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. That's 2 raised to power 3. So I'm going to introduce, instead of 8 now, I'm going to introduce 2 raised to power 3 in the position of 8. So instead of 8, I'm going to write 2 raised to power 3. Then I'll put this 2 minus 3y into brackets. Then I'll have my 2 minus y. Once I've written that, you have your 2 minus y equals to 2. So you use this 3 to multiply everything in bracket. 3 times 2, that will be what? 6. 3 times 3, that will be plus 3 times minus y, that will be minus 9y. Can you see this? Now, right at the base are equal, you can what? Equate the power. You can just equate this and take the power. Since the base are equal, so you can have minus 2 minus y equals to 6 minus 9y. So what's the next thing? You can take this minus y, do this, that will be minus y. So because I'm taking minus 9y to this side, turns to plus 9y. Plus to 6. I'm taking minus 2 to this side, turns to plus 2. So minus y plus 9, that gives us plus 8y. This plus 2, 8. Do I also by 8? Your y will what? Your y will 1. So finally we have y equals 1. So we have arrived at the end of today's class. That's how to solve it. If you know a better way of solving this question, write in the comment box. Don't forget to like and share this class. Thank you for subscribing. Bye.